You've heard me say it before. Be more objective and be less subjective. Now, don't take all the subjectivity out of your world. The experience, the feeling is very important. That's very much what makes us alive. So we don't want to be robots and just be continually like objective and logical. It's important to apply those things in situations where we tend to be too subjective, too emotional, and that tends to throw us off course. So instead, what I'm saying to you is be more objective instead of subjective. And if you're living subjectively, what rules our life? We're always reacting. We're always at the whim of our feeling. So if we use an example, let's say weighing in, if we subjectively look at that number, we could feel good or bad when we weigh in, and that could sort of derail our efforts for the rest of the day. We all of a sudden, we're reacting to whatever that number was, and then we're sort of acting out or whatever it might be in response to that. Whereas for most people, if you're doing the objective things, if you're doing the right inputs, that output is pretty much taken care of. Like if you mind the sense, the dollars take care of themselves. So when you jump on that scale, you know you've done the right things. And then when you get objective with that number, you're looking at not just the weight, because the weight is not the only thing. You might look at the weight and maybe it hasn't changed, but your body fat has changed, your weight, your waist circumference, and all the other circumferences have changed. The photos look different. You're faster, you're stronger. So if we look at this objectively, we're looking at all these numbers, we're looking at all these gauges, and you're doing well. If we look at this subjectively, you look at a number on the scale, you don't feel good about it because of whatever context and whatever relationship we have with the scale at this point. But that's still living subjectively, that's reacting to subjective inputs, and that rules our life. I don't want you to be ruled by the subjective. I want the objective to inform some of our feelings, our thoughts, and our actions. And again, I'm not saying to be a robot. I don't think anybody should be a robot. Everyone should be living life, the art and science, both parts of this. I think it's important. I'm the first one to argue for that. I'm the first one to tell you that I experience that all the time. But the point is this. If you're always living subjectively, you're always reacting. And if you're always reacting, life steers you instead of you steer your life. And you don't get what you want out of life. You don't achieve what you like to achieve if you're not the one at the helm of your own ship.